What's up, guys? Uh, I really thought about today, June 25th. This was the day I actually graduated 5 years ago. 2020 was 5 years ago. That's when COVID happened, right? And all the other crazy events that transpired that year. And if we were to bring it up, we'll be like, that was really 5 years ago, right? That was yeah, 2020. This is 2025. 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25. And I would just consider this being halfway throughout the decade. Crazy, right? So, also another thing I was thinking about. The conversations that they have with us at school. And I'm not trying to, mock anybody, but, try to bring out that teacher, that kind of professional voice. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Or where do you see yourself in 3 years? They had those conversations with us in high school. I know. But some of us will be like, what do you mean? Oh, I see myself in 3 years being successful. But how? And I'm realizing that right now, there was things that I wish I had done a little bit different. Now, 2020, it's kind of funny that the year was 2020, but also a lot of people start becoming more aware because, 2020, perfect vision, get it? Okay, whatever. But anyways, yeah, we saw a lot of things for what they are. The way the government was acting, they were acting very shady. At first, it was like, oh, it's nothing, February 2020. Like, oh, it's nothing. It's just a little bug. It's just a little flu. It's nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here, you know. But it wasn't until March. And look, even the students at the schools, like, please, like, just somebody just have a key, like, catch it so that way we can get sent home from school. Like, they did not want to go to school. And I kind of felt that way, but not all the way. I'm like, well, I still want to go to school. I don't want to be cooped up in the house. And for the strangest reason, God just in prayer, like, just literally said, how would you feel if you had to do your schoolwork from home for maybe 2 weeks? You're not going to school. How would you feel? And as I was thinking, I said, well, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna feel a little depressed, kind of sad because I'm not interacting. And I'm telling you, that year, struggle. It was a struggle to get schoolwork done. It was a struggle because you working on your computer. There's no classroom setting, right? There's no classroom setting. You're at your home. You can easily get distracted. Hey, I'm just gonna be real. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap. I know that's generation we say cap. I'm not gonna cap with you. I was distracted on the computer, on my phone, looking at other things. Look, it was a struggle because we weren't in class. We were cooped up in our house. We couldn't really do anything outside. If we did, we had to cover up, wear a mask, to a point to where, you can probably tell somebody's smiling through the mask or they're frowning. But you can probably tell by their eyes how their eyes might light up. But still, even with that. But the point is that year really did put a hit on us, and Some people change for the best. Some people change for the worst. Me, I would say I changed for the best, but there's still a lot of work to be done. There's things that I wish I had done that year, and even prior to that year. I really wish. I mean, like I said, I had the feeling early on. Yeah, 2020, some ish gonna pop off, man. Some crap is gonna pop off that year. So let me just go ahead and get ready, because God really just had me to be prepared. Even my dad. I know there was other people that was talking about this. But yeah, 2020, something major is gonna happen that year. Just be prepared. So with that being said, we were out of school. We didn't go to prom, of course. We didn't do any of the other senior activities. That 2 weeks that they sent us home from school, and man, I remember that bus ride like it was yesterday. These kids, oh my goodness. The lower classmen, of course, they still need more maturing to do, but the things that they were saying, like, bro, like one of them was like out, like talking out the window to one of the drivers at the traffic light. It was like, I got COVID. And I could see the bus driver. And tell you, those bus drivers, they be dealing with a lot of stuff. I saw the bus driver. He was looking through the mirror and he was just shaking his head. And even when the student was walking off the bus, he said, I got COVID. And the bus driver just shook his head again, like. But that was the last time I saw him. I don't think he has this route, because I can tell even by the bus number. I know they used to have us to change bus numbers every now and then, because that one was always being repaired. So I'm pretty sure they probably, because like I said, I don't see it anymore. They just probably got a new bus altogether. But yeah, it was like a long. It wasn't so much like, I mean, a year went by, but the way how things went that year, it really seemed like it was long, because it was dreadful. It was depressing. You're telling, oh, the cases are going up. People are dying. Fear mongering. People are dying. I'm not going to deny it. That's a fact I cannot deny. It was all a part of the plan. That's why it's not, and even other people were saying it. It's not pandemic, it's plandemic. It's planned. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they just played it off back in February with Nancy Pelosi, when she went to, Chinatown in San Francisco. Oh, it's nothing wrong, come on, down here, it's nothing wrong. It's just a little flu. She was hanging around the people, stuff like that. But then after a while, y'all just switched the flip, and y'all pulled the rug all under, I'm sorry, I stuttered. You pulled a rug from under our feet, and then it's like, oh, we're COVID. Do as we say. We'll let you know whenever you can come out of your this lockdown, whatever. If you have COVID, quarantine, stay in your room for this certain amount of days, and even still wear a mask if you're in the house around your family. Social distancing, bro. I got so sick and tired of it, man, from the news. Whenever somebody would tell me about that, man, sometimes I would have to literally hold myself back from snapping, because I got so tired of it. I'm like, these people are controlling you, and y'all just fall for this. Like I said, I'm for listening and being logical, and also taking precautionary measures when it comes to certain circumstances. But I said some of this stuff, I'm like, there's something just ain't right about this. It's all like control. And even when the vaccines rolled out, I know a lot of people were booing the heck out of Trump. They're like, oh yeah, man, you lost us there. You lost us with the vaccines, man. Like, yeah, we like you, man, but The vaccines, we not down with that. So, yeah, it was a lot that happened that year. I'm actually going to do some kind of like commentary / documentary about that year. And I meant to do it. I just got too much going on. But I'm going to get together. I'm going to get together. Actually going to do that. And I'm going to include my graduation and everything. Just pretty much just reflecting what's happened the past 5 years. That'll be something definitely good to do. Just a small documentary commentary. I did record some things that year, but I really wish I did more. But hey, I gotta give myself credit. At least I did some things. I wish I could have done, things a little bit better, but at least I did some things. Also, gotta give credit to God for that, because if God didn't impress me or anything like that, I would have not been prepared. Would have not been prepared. And I would have not been able to know how to handle those circumstances if I wasn't prepared. Because if I was just nonchalant, I wasn't aware, and be like, okay, you know what? Something feels weird. Something just ain't going to go down right the next year. If I didn't have that mindset early on, I would have, I don't know, I would have been a hot mess. I mean, even right now, I kind of feel like I'm in a mess, but I would have definitely been a little bit worse off, because some people actually cannot handle being alone, being in solitude, the silence, being with your thoughts. I mean, it was a very tough time, man. Tough times. And even right now, it's still tough times. We still dealing with these wars here, war there, everywhere. But yeah, that's all I want to make in this. That's all I want to talk about this video. Just something that came to my mind. Just realized that my high school graduation was 5 years ago. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and opinions. What experiences y'all had that year as well. I know it had to have been crazy. It's a lot of stuff that happened. But yeah, with those words, I'm signing out. Later.